Oh, hey guys, Mark here. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. And I'm down here actually working on our system here. You know, guys, I'm actually working on trying to take this up to like a whole nother level. And we're working on doing a few things. In fact, I've got to run out to the stove and get a switcher real quick if Best Buy is still open before our live stream, because I'm trying to do a few things that are a little bit different than before. And let's get open here for business real quick. Hope you guys tune in tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. We'll be simulcasting on Vimeo as well as YouTube. And I got to tell you, I love it because I've got two different chats that are going on at the same time. We have this new Mevo camera that, well, actually, it's not new. I've had it for a while, but now that we've gotten the software and stuff that we needed and we're on Vimeo, there's a lot of things that we can really do that we couldn't before. So I'm excited as can be. This is going to be great. You know, here's the problem for NFL teams now. When you have to cut down to 53 men, you look at it and say, you know, I don't want to lose a player here or a player there, because if I put them on the practice squad, somebody else may take them. If I cut them and they don't clear waivers, I'm going to lose them. But 53 guys isn't a lot. You know, when you start thinking about, 2 or 3 quarterbacks, you start thinking about 6 or 7 wide receivers, you start thinking about 8 or so defensive linemen and maybe 9 offensive linemen and some running backs, you're gonna lose guys that you really want to keep. Case in point, look at a guy like Danny Amendola. We had him here with the Cowboys. You know, he was famously on Hard Knocks. And it was a guy that you kind of like, but you're not sure because you had so many veterans. You know, you had, T.O., you had Roy Williams, you had all these guys, but you can't keep them all. And a lot of times they turn out and become really, really good players on other teams. You know, me, guys, I always say the number one technique is the most important spot to me on the defensive line, because literally that guy is the biggest bang for the buck. If you get a lights out number one technique guy, he's going to get double teams, and it makes it that much easier for your ends. And if he's taking up double teams, then that means there's less chances of offensive linemen getting to the second level for your linebacker. Because the way the defense is designed is for your linebackers to make the moves. That's why you always see Sean Lee with the 120, 130 plus tackles. And people will say, oh, well, he's a defensive lineman. He got 3 sacks and 20 tackles. Understand, his job is not to get the tackles. His job is not to get the sacks. His job is to keep those guys behind him clean. That's his job. Occupy space. Don't let the offensive lineman get up. Don't lose that spot where the quarterback can step up. That's the job. So the numbers don't reflect what that guy is able to do. And I was screaming for guys like Vita Vea. And I've been talking about Brian Price a lot. I mean a lot, all offseason. Because the beginning of last year, he played great till I think it was week 5 when he got hurt. And going through training camp, he had played really pretty good. And you had Antoine Woods that was playing really good out of nowhere. Guy was at 4th string, which to the point where you could now take Malik Collins and play him out of tackle and let him heal. And they took one of those risks with Brian Price. Brian Price, they went ahead and cut, and they thought he was going to be able to clear waivers and they can get him back. But unfortunately, the Raiders and John Gruden, who may look back and realize he made the dumbest trade since the Minnesota Vikings traded for Herschel Walker. You don't give up talent like that and a 2nd-round draft pick for nothing. He's already kind of saying, "Oh, I didn't have anything. That was McKenzie. No, don't look at me." And so now he's sitting there thinking, "Damn, we got some holes to fill. We need some bodies." When you had one of the premier bodies out there. So Brian Price, who we were hoping to get back, has gone to the Raiders. And that's when you look at whether or not the Cowboys were going to put Travis Frederick on IR. That's a place where you could have said, you know what, we're going to go ahead and keep Brian Price. and put him on injured reserve. So that's why you understand it's such a tough decision. And some of these things that don't seem really big, because you don't think about the 54th guy that you'd like to keep on the roster. You're worried about the starters and things like that. But understand, football is a marathon. You need those guys at some point, because at some point you're going to lose some players and you're going to be reaching out trying to grab some. And it would be good if you have one of those players that's really good that knows your system right there, ready to go. So, this is going to be one of those moves that we're going to look back and say, damn, I really wish we still had Brian Price on our squad. So I hope you guys tune in tonight. Like I said, we're doing some new things. We're trying to update the whole system, the set. It's kind of cool with some of the things that we're going to be able to do. And I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart, because you guys have really and truly helped me to move this thing forward and go to another level. And that's why this is Joe Boo Sports Next Level. I'm Mark Holmes with Cowboy Joe Boo, and I'll see you guys at 9.